Hey y'all, it's DJ Kitty.
And Miss Morningstar.
And you are tuned into Our Plugs, a community connection, where culture, commerce, and community come together on one powerful platform.
Absolutely. This is a show that connects Black and minority-owned businesses, nonprofit organizations, entrepreneurs, community leaders, and change makers all in one place. We don't just talk, we build, we uplift, and we plug you into the resources that help our community grow.
Yep. From business ownership and financial empowerment to mental health, education, arts, culture, and justice. This is a space where real conversations meet real solutions.
I know that's right. So wherever you're listening, whether it's from home, at work, or on the move, stay locked in because you're officially plugged into Our Plugs, the community connection.
Now let's get into today's show. Good morning, Holly Springs, Mississippi. Good morning, Memphis, Tennessee. Happy Thursday. We are almost to the weekend. Who's ready for the weekend? Me. I was ready for the weekend on Monday. So today being Thursday, I'm super excited. This is Friday Eve. I'm ready for the weekend. I'm ready for my 48 hours to rest and only do what I want to do. Let me say good evening to our family and friends on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being a part of our journey. We could not do this without you. So you are needed and appreciated. I also want to say a special good morning to Miss Morningstar in this shirt that she is wearing. Girl, that is cute. Okay, Miss Morningstar. Yeah, your boutique. We'll talk. Man. Anyhow, good morning, baby sis. I'm going to need that shirt. Anyway, happy Thursday once again. Let me give you guys your morning reminder to what? Drink your 16 ounces of water as soon as you wake up. You will see a huge difference in your body. You will see a huge difference in the way you feel just by inundating your body with water. Not soda, not juice, not coffee, water. So drink your 16 ounces of water, take your morning medication, as well as your vitamins, and have you a great breakfast. Breakfast is the most important part of the day. It's the most important meal of the day, rather. It gets your blood flowing, your juices going, and helps you feel fulfilled so you're not overeating all day. So get that in and come on in and get ready for today's show. This morning we have our treat. Political tea with DeeJay and the real Papi. And you know, when they come on the scene, they are bringing nothing but facts about what's happening in the political atmosphere. Now, we may or may not allegedly talk about melangerie and the man with the fat ankles and leprosy on his neck. But that is true. That's just part of the course because, you know, they're in the White House and they are definitely a part of our politics. And we're going to talk about them. We're going to talk about them and the frivolous lawsuits and the crazy that they do daily. But we'll I'm going to save some of that for the show. I want you guys to stay tuned, sit down, get your coffee, your water, and get ready for an amazing show. So I'm going to turn it over to Miss Morningstar because, of course, she's going to start this show off with some affirmations to get our day going in the right direction. Miss Morningstar, good morning. How are you? What do you have for the family today?
Good morning, everybody. Welcome in. Happy Friday Eve. Friday Eve. It is Friday Eve, y'all. Just one more day. One more day. I am here with these affirmations for this Friday Eve because we need some encouragement, okay? Because they're stressing us out in this world. They are definitely stressing us out with trying to take our liberty, our civil rights. We're going to get into it. But anyhow, hope everybody is doing well. Welcome in Holly Springs in Mississippi. Welcome in Memphis, Tennessee, and all the TikTok and YouTube and Instagram and YT and everybody who's listening in Facebook. Welcome, y'all. Let's get into some encouraging affirmations. Positive, uplifting affirmations are intentional statements that you are helping you to rewire your negative thoughts, right? Build self confidence, also foster some discipline to the mindset. Choosing words like you're proud of yourself, I'm enough, improve self esteem, and it helps with your anxiety. Okay, so let's get into some encouraging affirmations for self confidence and empowerment. I am strong and capable of anything I set my mind to. Simple as that, y'all. I trust my intuition and my heart to keep me safe. I am worthy of all the success and happiness that comes my way. I am growing and evolving every day. I believe in my ability and express my true self with confidence. Joy and gratitude. I strive for joy, not for perfection. I'm choosing joy today. I practice gratitude at all that I practice gratitude for all that I have and all that is yet to come. I am allowed to feel joy in my life. I am thankful for this moment, overcoming obstacles and inner peace. I am safe, secure, and grounded. I can keep my chin up when things are hard. I release the fear that do not serve me, the fears that do not serve you. I'm allowed to feel, but I will not let it break me. I can turn negative thoughts into positive thoughts. And finally, y'all, a little self love and acceptance. I love and improve myself. My body is worthy of being cared for and honored. I am a wonderful person. That I am. I am worthy of love and attention. And finally, I give myself permission to be imperfect. So those are your affirmations, guys, for encouragement. And use those affirmations today. Get through your day. Let's wrap up this week, y'all.
Amen. Thank you, Miss Morningstar. Well said, and I have to agree with it 100%. I'm worthy. You are worthy. We are all worthy. All right, let's go ahead and hop into this weather. Holly Springs today, you have a high of 68, a low of 49. Feels like 67 during the day, 50 at night, with a 3% chance of rain. Winds are out of the north-northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. It's going to be a partly cloudy day, but yet a beautiful day. It's going to, humidity is moderate during the day and high at night, and enjoy it. Enjoy every second. Memphis, Tennessee, today you have a high of 69, a low of 52. Feels like 67 during the day, 52 at night, with a 2% chance of rain. Winds are out of the northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. It's going to be a partly cloudy day as well, and humidity will be moderate all day long. So, again, get out there and enjoy it. It's going to be a beautiful day if you ask me. 60s, almost 70 degrees. That's some good weather. Good, you don't even need a jacket in that weather. That's nice weather. Howdy, Houston, come on through. Yeah, you've been acting up. Yes, the heat is already starting with us in H-Town. Today we have a high of 81, a low of 63. Feels like 85 during the day, 72 at night, with a 24% chance of rain. Winds are out of the east at 10 to 20 miles per hour. It's going to be cloudy during the day and thunderstorms at night. Humidity is high during the day, very high at night. Get out there and enjoy it. It is Thursday. Enjoy today. I think this morning or yesterday morning, I received, I'm in a text group and we say things that are encouraging every morning. And I had to remind everybody that we are blessed. We are above ground versus below. We have breath in our body. No matter what's going on, we are still here. So let's be appreciative. Get outside, soak in some vitamin D, and enjoy your day. And that is your weather for this beautiful Thursday. Enjoy it. This is the last day of April. Where did the time go? It's already May. My goodness. I mean, it was just January. Days are flying by, sis. It'll be Christmas in no time.
I don't even want to think about that. That's just too
Yes.
It's just fast. Everything is, and it's kind of scary in a sense. Like you think about it, you're like, Dad, and there's so much happening in the world. So
Oh my
I
goodness.
know,
Oh
I
my,
know we gonna get to it, but it's just so much every day.
every day.
That is
Every single day.
that's one of the reasons why I think the time is moving the way it is too.
You think so?
I
It,
think so. I mean,
because
because we so busy through the day. We all doing our regular lives, working, making money, doing what we do. But we still have to tune into the crazy.
crazy, crazy train. Let's go ahead and bring up DJ and the real Duce Poppy and go ahead and jump right into this politics because we've got plenty to talk about.
Hey y'all.
This, hey,
Hey, hey, how y'all doing?
doing okay, doing all right. We're still here, above ground versus below. Good morning, DJ. How are you?
I am well, ladies. How you guys doing? Hey, Rio.
Doing good.
Hey, hey, what's up?
Yes, doing well.
Listen,
I'm just thinking about what you said. Time going by. Oh,
Go ahead.
I, I'm sorry. I apologize for that. I was just thinking about what you ladies were saying about time going by so quickly. With all this commotion around us in our lives, on top of our regular life, yeah,
Right.
it's
Yeah.
it's going by. Some of it is going by quick, and then some of it is not quick enough. November can't get here quick enough.
That
So
part.
we're gonna test the waters with the MAGA Republicans who insist on testing these waters. Well, we're gonna test it with them. We're
Yeah.
going. Hmm.
Well, I'm going to say this, and it's a bit controversial, but some people said that June is going to be exciting for us. So I need June to hurry up and get here, because some people are predicting some witches, I believe, or some people, they've been saying that, something's going to happen in June. So I'm excited about June. Come
Oh,
on through, June, or
I
before.
I take Christmas in July, if you know what I mean.
Hey, I'll take any of it as long as it happens in 2026. How about today? Anyway, anywho,
We wouldn't
understood.
know because what they were guaranteed to show us would be AI, so we wouldn't know.
right.
We'd
Yeah.
have to decipher everything that they give us. And guys, and I don't know where you want to start, but I want to start with where what happened a few days ago. What were we watching?
Girl,
Because I
the
saw a
bad,
bad I saw a bad movie. I saw bad actors and
bad act.
actresses and
It was
What's that called? I call it Timu, but it's what's the
Tubi. Tubi. It was
Tubi?
Tubi acting.
Tubi. It was a Tubi episode.
Yes, it was. It was a Tubi. I mean, it was a Tubi episode in slow motion because I do believe that when there is a something like that happening, people aren't gonna take their time and smile at the camera and mug shot it. Take get their candid shots at the camera. I don't know, JD, because he turned around and had to pose and pose.
Mhm.
Because when you're uh doing your debut, that's kind of what you do. I don't know.
Mhm.
It was a horrible, horrible play with some horrible
Yeah,
acting. Yeah.
Right.
everything. Go ahead, DJ.
No, no. Let me say this real quick and then I'm gonna stop. It was so horrible that Britain came out almost immediately and denounced the United States. They were like, look, we saw what we saw. They denounced that what we saw was even real, and they no longer want to be bothered with the nonsense. They feel as though they can't trust the United States.
Childish.
United States has so much chaos going on right now that they cannot do business with the United States. And so, if regardless of what this administration wants us to believe, we saw. We saw the video with the guy with the sign and the video with the guy without the sign, the video with the cop with the hat, and then the video that turned into hair. We saw the man run through the door with looks like a jacket on, but by the time he gets in front of the camera, he's wearing short sleeves. We saw what we saw. All right. And that's just a few.
Well, you saw way more than me. Hold on.
Because I
Oh,
saw
Let's
somebody
talk
girl.
about
bucket
it because
naked
I
on
ain't
the
see all.
ground.
Where I want to know where the guys in the tactic gear, where they get the white towel to cover this man up. You're running behind a so-called assailant. and somebody had enough. Somebody had a white towel to cover him. You knew to take the clothes off of
How
him.
they take the
So
clothes off so quick
How
though,
they get
sis?
it
How
off?
they get these
yeah,
clothes off?
look. I could throw out a conspiracy theory if y'all want me to, but I'd rather not. At the end of the day, I don't know how. But what
What you
gets
think
me
black
is
success?
what they're expecting us to believe.
Yes,
I'm
that's the
so
part.
sick and tired. If there was a guy there, he said, and he was on a hot mic, and he was like, they had two girls working at the door that worked for the hotel. They weren't even a part of security. And he's talking to his friends, and they're laughing about the whole thing, still in the hotel, with the chaos. And they were like, he said, they're not even trying to hide it anymore. And he's right. They're not trying to hide it. They only need to convince MAGA, who seems not to have, what my daughter-in-law said, three brain cells and two of them are fighting for first place. They don't have any way of thinking on their own. They're lost. The
Gone.
cult rules apply when it
Lost.
comes to them. And the bad part is that we've seen cults in our lifetime, but nothing this huge. How do
Hmm.
you deprogram these people?
You
That's
don't.
all I got to say about that.
It's impossible to deprogram people who are stupid. Period. When you're that stupid,
That's
you can be stupid. When you are
Right.
that stupid that you believe that all of a sudden a black man, I'm sorry, I don't know if the man is black or not. I'm gonna say a brown man because I can't, I don't know what his ethnic background is, but a man of color, a person of color, runs through. He had on a long jacket, then he had on short sleeves, then he was, what was he doing? Stripping? Was he
what I
running and
said.
taking his
That boy
clothes
got
off?
hot, y'all. He got
That's what
hot.
He
I
was
said.
taking
He
his
was
clothes
able,
off while he was running. How you get his
and
pants off?
listen, and they're
He
not going to
broke
be able
out
to
in a
put it
sweat.
right. They're not going to be able to pull this solely on black. His father was black. His mother was white. So he's
Oh,
both of us.
biracial.
Mm-hmm.
He was a
All right, they're
biracial.
gonna try to say the black man, but he's both of us. And again,
And
I
how is
do
he still
not
alive?
believe this man had anything to do with it. He was connected, had some connection with those scientists that are missing. All of a sudden, we're not even going to look for them anymore. Better yet,
Mm-mm.
instead of the government looking for them, they shut down the dang gone department
Of
last
course,
Friday.
of
They
course.
shut it. They shut it down.
I'm
They're
not
not.
surprised.
They're not looking for nobody.
Uh-uh.
So.
I'm not surprised though, DJ. Why would they look? They don't care. That's one thing. But I saw the guy, he was doing at a conference with Usha Vance,
Mhm.
you know,
Mhm.
and it's hard to believe that out of the billions or millions of people that are in America, the people that are coming after the man and quote unquote trying to threaten his life are all people that he, support him or are connected somehow to either the Heritage Foundation or them or
Mm.
something.
I'm
Something.
surprised they all have a manifesto. How come all of them have a What's going
Baby,
on?
that
Everybody.
manifesto dropped within 30 seconds of him hitting him stripping down. He must have had on breakaway clothes because he stripped out of them clothes. He was on the ground and the manifesto was there.
Listen, 45 minutes to crime was solved. Now we've got crime 2, 3, 4, 20 years old that we've never, I don't know where these people are that's solving these crimes so quickly, but where have they been all these years? Crimes had never been solved at the level that they're being solved at right now. And them solving it is them telling us what they want us to know, what they want us to believe, and that's it. There's no investigations going on. Everybody's got a manifesto. Everybody, this man has not played one way or the other. That's as of yet. He's not played one way or the other. But what has happened is the Republican Party has made some announcements that they have been threatened by this administration. And so this is what they're working with. Last night, Donald Trump met with the conservative judges, all right? Not all of the judges, not the liberals, just the conservatives. And today we've got that incident that we got going on today. But I'm not going to jump story because Real, I know he wants to talk on what we're talking on. But guys, you have to forgive me, but I am in one of my modes today.
That's
All
good.
right. I'm so sick and tired of these people. I do not understand. And the world is starting to ask the same question. At one time, they were giving us grace. America just doesn't know what to do. But we're too far in, and we've seen other people do what they need to do to save the country that they live in. But yet, we sit around and we do nothing. This is not enough. For me, what we're doing right now is good, it's needed. The people need the correct information, but this is not enough. And
Mhm.
No.
that's all I got to say about that. Go ahead, Rio.
Um, when it comes to this whole debacle that happened at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, every aspect of what we saw was bad acting. From, the guy allegedly running in with a sign that, or what was supposed to be a pizza box or something, disappeared while he was running, moving forward. To the guy standing by, I guess maybe the metal detector or something that moved. He had a black hat on, and then the hat turned to hair. We got one guy inside while everything is going down. He's sitting at the table on the stage. He's just holding the camera phone. And then he got tired of that and he picked up his professional camera and
Mhm.
starts recording. It was all crazy. They snatched up JD Vance first. He's not the president. And even in doing that, they didn't move like they were trying to protect him. They stood this man straight up. If
Straight
there
up.
had been if there had been another assailant in the building, JD Vance was wide open. When they were standing him up, somebody was supposed to step in front of him, but we ain't even gonna get into that. Then there's Don the Con. They
Hold
go
on,
to
hold
get
on, Real. Hold on. We got to leave a cliffhanger. We're going to get into that. We got to take a quick commercial break. I want folks to stay tuned because Real's going to break it on down just a little bit further. But we do have to pay some bills, so don't give it all away, Real. Just a taste. Y'all stand by. You are listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
Advertising with Our Plugs. The community connection opens doors to a whole new ballgame. Radio advertising is affordable, powerful, and puts your business directly in front of the people who want to support you. Plus, customers can easily find and connect with you anytime through our online directory. If you're ready to grow your brand, expand your reach, and stay connected to the community, sign up today. Visit ourplugs.com and register now. That's ourplugs.com. Plug into your community.
What's up, everybody? Scott Cologne, District Attorney and candidate for the United States Senate for the great state of Mississippi. I had a great time talking about my campaign with the crew at the Community Connection morning radio show. I'm running because Mississippi matters. Our families are paying more for less, and our rural hospitals are under serious threat. I spent my career fighting for my community, and I'll bring that same fight to Washington. Folks in the Holly Springs area and the worldwide should check out our convo and visit cologneforsenate.com because Mississippi matters.
Carter's Caring Hands is here to serve the communities here in Kalamazoo, Grand Rapids, Battle Creek, as well as Southfield, Michigan. We also go out into the unhoused community, serve the community with care bags. Low-income families, our senior citizens, and our veterans with fresh food baskets each and every day because no one should choose medication over food. We are here to serve you. Your community is our community, and our community is one community. From our hands to your hand.
At Lovership Apparel, we believe what you wear should remind you of who you are. This is where love meets style. From our signature beautiful hoodies created to remind you to show up as your full authentic self, to our bold her shirts, designed for women who know their worth and wear it proudly. Lovership apparel is more than clothing, it's a movement. Our comfortable, confidence boosting leggings move with you, while our statement backpacks carry your essentials and your purpose wherever life takes you. Every piece is intentionally designed to inspire self love, confidence, and authenticity, because you deserve to wear something that speaks life into you. Whether you're stepping out, showing up, or standing firm in who you are, Lovership apparel is made for you. Visit lovershipapparel.com and wear the reminder, be you to the fullest.
This is Transformation Training Academy. If you're someone that people walk up to and just talk to and tell all their business to and they don't know you, this is your sign. If you're ready to level up, Transformation Training Academy is ready for you. Coach Nikki and Counselor Nikki push you past your limits into your purpose. We help you break patterns, build confidence, and create real change. Your breakthrough isn't someday, it's today. Contact us at info@thetransformationtrainingacademy.com.
Join Political Tea every Wednesday, 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern on Our Plug LLC.
Where the tea is hot.
And you'll catch us sipping on it too. We keep the conversation fresh and the brew hot. Bring your questions, your stories, and your cup, because we're pouring it all out.
You don't want to miss it.
And we are back. You are listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7, The Change. Okay, Real, go ahead and break it down for us.
So, getting back into it, there's Don the Con. Secret Service went over to him. They got him up. Um, he goes, he takes off. I'm just gonna go ahead and say he fell, or tripped or something. He went down. He said they told him to get on the floor. At no point did I hear anybody say, "Mr. President, get down." But then, how did they tell you to get on the floor and they immediately picked you up and ushered you out of the room? But on top of that, they should have taken you to the beast, your vehicle, and took you straight to the White House. No more than probably a minute or two later, he's standing off to the side backstage watching everything going on. So, this between that and all the stories surrounding the alleged assassin, 1 minute he was a white guy that was locked up in a orange jail outfit. Then he turned into the black guy. And then they said, oh, he had 7 weapons, 7 pew-pews. And then it went down to 3. It went down to 1. Then somebody said he had a shotgun and a short,
Short.
and
I heard long gun, actually.
right.
In the comments, please. I heard.
So between that, then they said he had like 3 knives. But anyways, I cut the scene. I see, everything starts going down. I see a scene where a Secret Service agent is looking for the guy. He's running around. He's got his weapon pointed. Where is he? Where is he? Everybody's saying, to the left, to the left. So he runs down towards the hall to the right. I'm like, I know he heard them. So he gets frustrated. Where is he? They keep saying to the left, to the left. And then he starts running to the left. Then I hear, we got one down. But I never heard any pops or anything. So, people were like, oh, he was pew-pewed 3 times. Then they said he was pew-pewed 1 time. Then it went down to he wasn't pew-pewed at all. There was a Secret Service agent that got hit. But like when I saw Trump sitting at that table before he pushed the button to tell him go ahead and action. I heard 5 pops. I heard dishes flying, everything. Trump is just looking like.
There was a man sitting in the audience still eating his chicken. He said, y'all promised me
Yeah.
chicken. I'm going to eat my chicken dinner.
Yeah, he said he paid $10,000 for that chicken. I ain't nowhere. I ain't running nowhere. I'm eating
I
my
ain't going
chicken.
nowhere. I'm going to eat my food.
This is exactly why we cannot take this administration nowhere near serious. This is
But
all theatrical.
Yeah.
he
And
is
it's sad.
going, he's going to end up being the little boy that cried wolf. There's going to be a situation where it's not acting. And because of that, people are not going to move on cue.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Now, real, you were in the military. This is a serious question. If you know that Iran has a bounty on your head, are you going to have a dinner at a hotel with no metal detectors?
If I wanted a ballroom for $400 million on the taxpayer's dime,
What
I'm
does
a
the ballroom have to do with? I don't get it.
oh, it's gonna have thick bulletproof glass. It's gonna have all the bells and
Oh,
whistles.
Lord.
Nobody will be able to get in. So when it's time for him to leave that office or something goes down catastrophic, oh, we'll have millionaires, billionaires, everybody we need here in the ballroom, and we'll all be good. So yeah.
I
They
don't
like
think.
us to believe that the correspondence center is even hosted by the government, and it's not even hosted by the government.
Well,
So
it was sponsored by
want us,
Grinder.
and they would want us to believe that, oh, we could have had this at the ballroom when that wouldn't have never happened in the first place.
No,
Don't say nothing about Grinder. Maggot don't like that.
I don't care. Yeah, that's just too doggone
Well,
bad.
that's why they
It was
took off.
sponsored by Grinder.
Yeah.
Listen.
Anywho, real. I have one more question. When
Okay, but hold on. Before you
Go ahead,
ask that
go ahead.
question, think about this. You asked, why would he put himself in that position? When was the last time you heard or saw him on the golf course? So he's willing to take a calculated risk to
He,
politically get something that he wants. But go ahead.
mm. So my question was, when it all popped off, Melange Ray immediately hit her knees, and you know, if you are the president's wife, one of the I don't know if it's part of the Secret Service protocol that the wife of the president hits your knees, but I know Melange Ray, that is her alleged favorite position. She's used to it. So I was surprised to see that no Secret Service came and helped her up. I think in my mind she said, no, 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 I am used to this. Dano, Dano, I like to be on my knees. I'm just saying.
So listen, maybe, just
Maybe
maybe, it was a train reaction. You hear, you know
it's a
what that means. And she
yeah,
heard that. She heard, and hey, to her knees she went.
maybe. I just that was one thing that I did notice when I was watching it over and over. But how do y'all feel about them trying to attack Jimmy Kimmel now?
Listen, they should have. I tell you what, ABC learned their lesson the last time. You see,
Mm,
they are fighting for Jimmy Kimmel as opposed to going along with what this administration says. They knew from people canceling subscriptions what they stood to lose this go around, and they were not willing to take that chance again.
we're not doing it this time, is what I'm assuming that they say at ABC. Although it's reported that now they've moved up their, you know how they have to renew their licenses. I think they moved it up for like six or seven of the companies through ABC because you know they called themselves being upset that he made. All he said was that she had a widow's glow, and she did. But the next day, Frumpy made this. He made a joke that he doesn't think that their relationship will last as long as his parents.
Right.
So what's the difference?
But what? Why is she so vocal all of a sudden? You know, she came out and did her press conference. She's held meetings, presided over UN meetings. Why is she so vocal now? That's what I want to know.
I
But
don't
go
know.
ahead, DJ.
I don't.
Huh?
Why is she so vocal now?
Oh. Listen, when it comes to her, there's a few things that I question. She questions something that is true. I mean, Donnie's only 3 years younger than her father. So yeah, Donnie's going to, if their marriage withstands the chance of time, if they live as long as they're supposed to live, he will outlive her. She will outlive him, I should say. But my thing was, I could understand why she was upset about that and not upset with Melania. This is Donald. Donald, this is Melania. And that was my Epstein impression. I would have, especially since she's been pushing so much about not being affiliated with the Epstein file, I would have been more upset with that than what she said that, she's upset about. Jimmy didn't make a lie. They're not going to be able to prove anything unless they can prove that it's going to be a lie. There's nothing to, base that on. But I was shocked that she even said anything.
Well,
And I was shocked that she insists that he be fired.
she wants us to believe that she didn't know Epstein. I mean, even though we saw the pictures, clearly you did know the man. I mean,
Right.
she would like to make us believe that she didn't know him.
Right.
They're trying to
Somebody
make
know.
MAGA believe that crap. We
Yeah,
don't
because
believe
we're
I
not
that.
know.
believe none of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
We don't believe
I,
any of
out of all of this stuff, why are we not collectively as Americans furious that they are coming for our First Amendment rights to free speech? Like, it's called political discourse. We don't like what he's doing. We're voicing our opinions. That's it. That's it. That's all. But they want to
Yeah.
come for that.
Yeah. My thing is, you can't be upset with what anybody says as long as you have a quote unquote president that tweets or live socials in the middle of the night, full day in the morning, talking down on everybody. He just said something horrible about what the guy that just passed away, Robert Mueller. Good. He says the most outlandish things
Right.
all the time, but when someone says anything, they're subject to what? Being fired? No, no. What we'd like to fire is we'd like to fire him, period, today with the
But
25th
his
Amendment.
narcissism, right. His narcissism won't allow him to be criticized. It won't allow him to turn the other cheek. Oh no, you're not gonna come for me. No, I'm the most powerful man in the world. That I think we were talking to Denham before we got on the phone, and he said that this guy made this statement. No, you're the biggest coward in the world. You're not.
Mhm.
That's not power. That's cowardice.
yeah.
Like,
Yes, it is. What's going on with the war, because this was staged to get us to stop talking about what's going on in Iran and the Strait of Hormuz, and the fact that in, I don't know, I think I heard 6 weeks we're going to be in trouble with you know gas or oil being not available. you know what's going on with that, real?
well, I mean, I guess we're at a ceasefire, maybe, possibly. I'm not sure. I know Israel is still dropping bombs on Iran. I don't know what part of the deal that was, but the Iranians, they said they don't want to talk to Trump or any of his cronies that he's sending over there because they don't trust the United States. So I don't know what we're doing right now.
Well, let me help a little bit. First of all, we're not at a ceasefire. We were never at a ceasefire. Iran never made an agreement with the United States to do any ceasefire. Now they did stop pew pewing on them to try to negotiate some sort of talk, not face to face, but giving the United States time to come to their senses and give Iran the simple things that they were asking for. In the meantime, Israel continued to fire on Lebanon. No, yeah, or is it Yemen?
Both,
Lebanon.
both,
It's on
yeah, Lebanon.
Lebanon, and so the Iran has decided to continue with the firing on Israel. Unfortunately, as bad as they don't want to do those people like that, well, they mentioned that they're going to have to complete the task this time. So they're not willing to negotiate a ceasefire on Israel. That's not a part of their negotiation. Their negotiation with the United States has to do with the strait. All right, and the back and forth that they've been doing. The United States stop firing it on them, and then they'll open up the strait. Unfortunately, everybody's going to have to pay to come through, because now they realize that this can be a money maker for their country. I don't blame them. They've got to rebuild. So that's where we are. And the military, who's they just getting a bad rap all the way around.
Yeah.
These people aren't being properly fed. They're not being properly given proper water. They're not being given proper instructions. They're not being given any plan. China came in a few days ago with a few of their oil rigs to pick up oil, and they brought their military with them. And so the United States got on the blowhorn, let them know, look, you can't come through here, yada, yada, yada. But the one weapon they brought with them is the only weapon that has been produced of its kind on this globe. They are the only one who has this particular weapon. So they just let them know we coming through. And so the United States had to make, some big boy, big girls decisions. One, fire on these Chinese vessels, knowing that they're not going to make it home. Thousands of the Americans would have lost their lives that day, or move out the way. They
Well,
choose
they
to. They
opted.
choose to move out the way. Yes.
Yeah, I think they opted to move.
Yeah,
They
I think
did.
they were listening to
They did.
Ludacris. Move. Get out
Get
the
out
way.
the way. Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously.
But
What are y'all
what?
thoughts too though on this Supreme Court thing? Are we gonna talk about that?
Oh yeah, we're
Are
gonna
we
talk
gonna
about that.
talk
I'm gonna
about
say
that?
this.
That got me hotter than fish grease right now. So I'm
At
just
first
sitting
I
quiet.
was. At first I was, but
I
we're gonna
was
see how.
too.
We're gonna see how it turned out. Because first of all,
Mm-hmm.
I'll give us 20 to 25% of the population is in this United States of America. But do understand, the political party that is the biggest is the Democrat Party. So if we're only 25%, and if all of us voted Democrats, that would mean 75% are white Republicans. They're not thinking this out. They're so busy trying to hit a gut that they're gonna take themselves in the wrong way. Now, I read through Midas Touch that they had a meeting with the Supreme Court justices last night, but only with the conservatives. They didn't invite the liberals to come. So
Wow.
whatever that conversation was, opened the door this morning for them to pass that
Right.
act. Now they're trying to make that act a jab at people of color, and it is. Don't get it
It
twisted. It
is.
is
It
a
is
jab
direct
at
jab.
people of color. But what they forgot is who they dealing with, because you've jabbed us our whole entire life, but you haven't stopped no flow.
There you go.
So this is not going to be a stop of the flow either. I predict they'll regret it. I predict, and I want everyone to at once a week check and make sure you're still registered. But
Well,
I predict that they'll regret it.
for those who are out and listening and tuning in this morning, can you give a summary of what was the decision from the Supreme Court? Miss Morningstar or DJ, either one of
Oh,
you,
yeah. I didn't.
or Rick.
Go ahead.
So basically, this decision dealt with Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act. Basically, allowing for black. It kind of dealt with representation for minority people. But based on this decision, they tried to present the reason for the ruling a different way. They were trying to separate this whole thing between partisan gerrymandering and racial gerrymandering. But
Mm-hmm.
we know, if you use the politically correct term, partisan gerrymandering, they could take, say, a city like Houston. They can draw lines where you can divide Houston up into fours, and you put a fourth of everybody in Houston in a big Republican district where now these none of the black people in Houston have any representation. So, they're trying to say that this is now okay because it's partisan gerrymandering.
Oh wow.
So
Well, I
now
think
you
And you
go
got
ahead.
one lady I heard now. I mean, this is just a one anecdotal experience, but she's saying now her representative is 3 hours away.
Hmm. Yeah,
Right.
you got to think about how big Texas is, and if you're splitting it up like that, yeah, that's gonna happen.
That could possibly happen.
Hmm. But the problem I see happening is although you may split it up like that, people are still going to vote in the people that they want in. I'm never
exactly.
voting for a Republican if I have
Ex-
to write their name in.
well,
Listen.
exactly. They're looking to make it appear to be more uh, ethnic bound. But what they're forgetting is there are white Democrats. All
Right.
right.
Yes.
So as long as they still exist and a larger number amount than the MAGA Republicans, because you have to remember, we've got white Democrats on this side as well as white Republicans, black Democrats, brown Democrats, brown Republicans. And listen, they're all on one side together under this umbrella of democracy. The only
Yeah.
thing that's on that other side is
Is
MAGA
Mac.
Republicans.
Right.
So again, I see them smirk, but I got a funny feeling they're not comfortable. They're not quite comfortable with the whole thought of it because they know at a approval rate now of 28, 29%, there's no way, all right, in God's green earth that the people can speak and they win. There's no way, but they're going to put as many obstacles in the way and as possible, and they're going to do their best to frighten the people. People, stand up. My God, stand up.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, um, that they were trying to say that the creation of black opportunity districts in places where the population is predominantly black is not okay. So
Right.
that's like saying, yeah, you're not allowed to have representation,
Mhm.
Yeah.
even though there was a Civil Rights Act and a Voting Rights Act that was passed that gives you representation.
Right.
Representation.
But
Well,
at the end of the day, these right-leaning justices who made this decision, every single one of them who said this is unconstitutional, they need to be impeached and removed from office because
I
they are not making nonpartisan decisions. They are playing chess and they're playing it for Trump, and they need to go because
well,
what they're doing is not helping all Americans.
it was my understanding that they're not supposed to be getting involved in political
They're
They're
decisions
not.
not.
anyway.
They're
They're
not.
not.
All right.
I,
So, one. And then two, they kept saying, oh, if it's based on race, we don't see any problem. But it's not if it's based on race. You're
It
only there
is.
because it is based on race. You're afraid of us once again. And you
Right,
have
but
every right to be.
but
You
Well,
have
DJ,
every
that's
right to
what
be
that's what
because
I'm
we're going to
saying.
win no matter what.
They tried to say it was okay because it's partisan gerrymandering. But we know what partisan gerrymandering does. It
Mhm.
takes black and brown, Asian, whatever districts, and they split it up and they put you with a bunch of people from the other party. But they say this is
What we're
just
gonna say?
partisan.
Listen. Let the game begin, because the Democrats gonna be doing the same thing. So let's get ready, ready, ready.
Well, the thing about it, what's telling to me is, and I agree with you guys, but what's telling to me is we've got four black Republicans in Congress that are not running again for office. That's telling to me. We also have what's telling about it is for years they've been running as Republicans. All four, the only four are stepping down. I'm talking about Wesley Hunt from Texas, John James from Michigan, Byron Donald from Florida, and Burgess Owen from Utah. They're not running for office again.
Well,
So it's going,
Byron Donalds is running for governor of Florida.
And
well, he's not running for Congress.
He ain't
And
not
he's
gonna
not
win
going to
no
win.
governor.
No,
he's
he's not
going
going
to win governor.
Mhm.
And
to
Florida also got involved in the foolery. You know,
Yeah.
they passed their redistricting map, so
Right.
their that is the gain for GOP seats. And again, that's gonna kick them in the butt because right after that happened, they already had a victim of the GOP. One of the House members, he had to pull out. He had to resign or say he was retiring because
Yeah.
his district, he's not gonna win his race.
Right.
He's
No.
not gonna win his race.
But at the end of the day, this is all going to come back and bite them in the hind parts. Because at the end of the day, no matter how you draw these maps, whether it's partisan drawn maps, racially drawn maps, America is sick and tired of being sick and tired of gas prices,
Say that.
food prices,
Healthcare.
everything that healthcare, right. So, you can draw all the lines you want. You
Yeah.
can try to draw it up how you want. But when people are sick and tired, I don't care how you draw the lines. They're gonna vote for the person who is
Exactly.
going to come and try to take care of them.
It's kind of
So
like mental disorder that they have. Like they really think that people are just going to align with their part, no matter how you treat them. These people are really suffering out here.
right.
People really suffer, and you think just because they claim to be on the right side, or well, I'm with the right party and I'm going to vote Republican no matter what. No, they looking at y'all
Yeah.
real crazy right now.
Right.
Real crazy. And they know it. That's why they are doing this, because they keep losing. Let's take a quick commercial break. We got to pay bills really quick, and then we'll come right back. You're listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break. Stay tuned.
Advertising with Our Plugs. The Community Connection opens doors to a whole new ballgame. Radio advertising is affordable, powerful, and puts your business directly in front of the people who want to support you. Plus, customers can easily find and connect with you anytime through our online directory. If you're ready to grow your brand, expand your reach, and stay connected to the community, sign up today. Visit ourplugs.com and register now. That's ourplugs.com. Plug into your community.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mara Keller, retired Army Lieutenant Colonel and candidate for Congress in Georgia's 3rd District. Now, I'm running because too many decisions in Washington are being made without listening to the people that they affect, whether it's public safety, veterans care, education, or protecting our constitutional rights. These aren't partisan issues. If you believe our government should work for everyday Americans and not special interests, I invite you to stand with us. Your donations help keep this grassroots campaign people-powered. Every donation fuels our voter outreach, ads, and our shared fight for a better Georgia. Visit marakeller.com to donate today. Let's finally serve the people who send us to Washington. And a huge thanks to DeeJay Kitty Cat 50 for the energy and the spotlight. Let's keep pushing.
Do you relate to the phrase, "Don't let the pretty face fool you"? That's the motto behind our Pretty Gangster hoodie. I myself am not a people person, so we have a hoodie for that too. Our hoodies do the talking, so you don't have to. Want someone to read your hoodie and think, "Yep, I feel the exact same way"? Or do you want to teach someone how to pray and thank God? Then head on over to our sassy black and white hoodie collection, located in our TikTok shop, and order yours today.
Find us at Sparkle Kicks on Etsy, TikTok, and ourplugs.com.
Hello, everybody. My name is Monica Meeks. I'm a wife, a mom, and a soldier for life. And I'm running for the 19th Judicial District Circuit Court Clerk for Montgomery and Robertson County in Tennessee. I am so grateful for Our Plug LLC for giving me an opportunity to share my platform and explain why I'm running for office. Early voting is July 17th through August 1st, with the final day of voting on August 6, 2026. I'm an independent candidate, and I appreciate your support.
Welcome to Compassion Counseling and Training Services LLC, where healing takes flight. I am Nicole Wiley, licensed independent clinical social worker, and we empower children, individuals, families, and couples through individualized therapy via telehealth. Using evidence-based approaches like CBT and mindfulness, we help clients build resilience and rediscover their wings. If you're ready to begin your journey, visit CompassionCounselingAndTrainingServices.com.
You're locked in to WKRA 92.7, the voice of the community. And listen, 2026 is all about showing up and shining. That is why we rock with Morningstar Boutique by Tam, where fashion meets confidence, purpose, and style. From everyday chic to head-turning statement pieces to some fly arm candy, Morningstar has it all. And while you're shopping, tap into the community. Discover Black-owned and minority-owned businesses at ourplugs.com. Also, check out morningstarboutiquebytam.com, where your light owns your style.
And we are back. You're listening to Our Plugs, the community connection on WKRA 92.7, The Change. Speaking of voting, for anyone who has family in Georgia, please tell your family that early voting is, the primary voting is May 19th. That is your date. I've been going through the states to see when early voting is, or when voting is, or early voting. So Georgia, you're up next, and I'm gonna keep looking while we talk. Go ahead, Real. You were
I
on a roll.
I
Right.
think Louisiana is May the 16th too.
Let me look.
Look and see. I saw it. I saw it today, but
Yep, May
Right.
16th is Louisiana. So I
okay.
definitely tell my family in Louisiana, hey, get out there and vote.
Right. So now, in addition to what we were talking about with this gerrymandering and this Supreme Court decision, we talked about the obvious factors that we talk about every day, but there are underlying factors that will sway people to not vote for this administration. You take a lot of these farmers that lost their farms. How do you think they're going to push their families to vote? You just took our livelihood from under our feet. And then I think it was last night, DJ and I, we were listening to a video where this woman was talking about she was surviving food wise initially off of like $122 per month in food stamps, and then they cut it down to $65. Then they cut it down to $24. And she said by the time that they were done cutting this, she ended up with $12 a month in stamps. And this is what she had to use to survive for a whole month. Now you know good and doggone well I'm voting against you. I'm voting for the people who support social programs. But on top of that, how many of these military families has got kids over there on these Navy ships in this stupid illegal war that are being fed rations, that they're being rationing out food and this, that, and the other. Like, these are our war fighters. They're calling their families saying, we don't have anything to eat. We don't have hygiene stuff. Their families are going to do the same thing as the farmers. Get rid of
Right.
these people. So it's
But
not
it's
going to matter.
right. It's not just that. We've had a couple of people come into our lives that talked about the fact that they had to take in their parents because their parents' social security was cut off. We've had we've read articles like Real just said, I think what 10,000 military family lost housing. I mean, they have done so much damage and they're aware of the damage that they're doing. That's why they're trying to eliminate or some of the people that are out there that can vote. Okay, but they're not going to be able to do enough because their damage is way too big. You
Right.
know,
But the
we spoke,
audacity of them,
huh?
the audacity of them to turn around and then you get all this is what you guys are saying. They turn around and ask for how many trillions of dollars for the war?
Oh, they asked for 200 billion for the war.
I thought it was
Um,
a trillion.
so now that's the military budget. Now they're asking for 1.5 billion for their military budget for the year to buy planes and weapons and all kinds of extra stuff because they have depleted our stockpile trying to fight against these little $30,000 Iranian drones. And we're shooting multi-million-dollar weapons at them and missing. So
And
yeah.
losing.
Well, they've depleted our stockpile to the point that we're not able to. Other countries, we were supplying some of these things to them. That last, what was it? It was this week. They had to tell them, look, we can no longer supply you with these weapons. Now they're continuing to supply Ukraine for what reason? I don't know. What type? And according to the article, it was a deal they had with Ukraine, so they're going to continue with that. But with what are our allies
NATO.
with NATO? Apparently, we were giving them weapons as well, but they're saying we're not doing that anymore. They said we can't because we're halfway through our stockpile. So I don't know.
You can't give what you don't have. You
They
know.
said they're gonna get car dealerships to start making them.
But
That's what they said.
right. So I mean, they did that during
Figure it
World
out.
War II. But you think about all of this foolishness. You're you're reallocating American tax dollars to do not what the people of America want you to do, but what you want to do. So
Yeah.
now we have an insolvent U.S. Treasury that cannot pay bills on time. Um, and then you're out taking people like Kid Rock out on
On the
Apache helicopter rides on
to
the Americans dying. Like, come on, man.
Let them come into our military room. They said it was a joke that he was giving them
Who
some.
laughing?
Huh?
what's funny?
Who laughing?
What's
Right,
funny? I don't
right.
see anything funny.
Right, but they don't think that joke about Melania and Trump being old. They thought that wasn't funny. I thought that was funny as I don't know what.
That was
I thought
hilarious
what
to
That
Jimmy
me.
was the
Kimmel
time to
said was
laugh.
hilarious. I pretty much enjoyed his whole 2 days prior to the incident. I
Right.
enjoyed how he did that. It was very polished, well done, and they crying.
Very
But
much so.
they're thinking of new and creative ways to waste our tax money. Like now,
Mm.
because you couldn't get James Comey the first two times, now
They go.
you're coming for him a third time
Wait
because
a
he put
minute.
some seashells in the sand that said 8647.
He
I
said
thought
he
we were
ain't do it.
entitled to, huh?
Read
He
it.
said he ain't do it. He said the shells was like that when he just took a picture of it.
Well, then there you go. And a lot of
Prove
people
it.
don't know where 8647 actually generated from. It generated from a group of people, and that's what I'm going to call them, who were running numbers. And if I'm not mistaken, they were in New York, but they were running numbers. There was two entries into the building. One came in on 86th Street, the other came in on 47. So they had a deal. Now, this is what I got this from Don Lemon. So this is what Don said. They had a deal with the police that they were paying the police off, but every now and then the police had to do a bus so it would make it look like they were doing their job. So if they got a call from the cops, according to Don Lemon, if they got a call from the cops and the cops said 86, 86, that means get rid of all the evidence, get rid of everything, and go out the entrance of 80 on the 86 side because they were
I can
coming
believe
through
that.
the 47. Now, this is what Don Lemon said this morning. So
That
that's
word
what
86 does mean, because my husband was telling me the other day,
It
he's
does.
it means get rid of. So they will
Get
Yeah,
rid
always
of.
use that term.
yeah,
Let's 86 this. We don't need it no more.
right,
It was get rid of something that you don't need anymore.
right.
So I mean, hit dogs holler.
So
He's
I mean,
scared. He
that
thinks
part. A
that
hit
that's
dog will
absolutely
holler.
correct,
you know.
Miss Morningstar. As a chef, if we ran out of anything that was orderable on the menu, we
Hmm.
86 it. Hey,
Right. That's what he
take it
told
off the
me.
menu. Tell
Yep. Take
people
it off the
nope.
menu. Yep. That's exactly what he said. He says, I don't know what these folks talking about.
I
Talking
mean,
about that. That's why he keep getting his life threatened on. Nobody ain't threatening his life. The only time his life was threatened is when he hit that ground and got back up. Now, when he fell, his life might have been a little bit threatening, but
And
they
and
got him
and,
back up. They got him
and
back up.
real quick, and not to go back, but
Them knees.
they got a whole lot of signs. They out here throwing gang signs. So listen, guys, go back and watch that interview with Caroline Levitt on that red carpet.
Ooh, do I have
She
to?
kept throwing up this. She kept doing something like
Them
this.
6 signs. Those the
Six
six.
six
Those are the
six.
6. Yeah.
Like they out here throwing up gang signs. This is what's
that
running the government.
it also means white power, but yeah, okay,
Yeah.
Right,
what
right,
Same
right,
difference.
right.
look, y'all can go play with your mammy. We're not finna play these games with y'all. You can go after James Comey and waste some more taxpayer dollars, and we
Because you ain't
expect
going to
you to
get
do
them.
that. You're not gonna win. But I will say this:
A little secret, for Kitty, before you say that. We don't care.
we don't
James
care.
Comey
I'm gonna
anyway. So,
I'm gonna tell you what we do care about. Stephen Miller.
That
Where is
we.
our $6.3 billion?
yeah,
That's what I care about. Where's our
big
What
money?
deal.
I care about, DJ Kitty, is our security. Y'all seen Cash Patel under that table like this?
You stupid.
Hey,
Baby, they
he should have
had him
been
so
springing into
frustrated
action.
that I was going everywhere. I said, y'all got this
Cash,
man rattled, literally.
right. Cash wasn't in on. He wasn't in on the whole plan because Cash thought they were coming to get him.
Cash
Cash
Boy
said,
was
"Oh,
like
they
this.
gonna take. They ain't gonna fire me. They gonna take me out."
he
Cash
was
got under that table.
under the
Hey,
I mean, he's
table.
supposed to
he was
go in
like
his
this.
jacket, come out. Right. That part. He was supposed to go in his
Bill,
jacket.
you gonna agree with that eye.
Right. He was supposed to go in his jacket, come out, and either be at the front of the room, making sure the president, ooh, I just spit, making sure Trump was okay. Mm-mm. Or he should have been in the hallway. Cash Patel was under the table. And then when they let everybody out, he was out there with everybody else. Why was he not in the inside seeing what was going on? Isn't that
Talking
not
to
a part of his
yes.
job?
Why was he not talking to the Secret Service? Why wasn't he in the head to find out what's going on? You are the director of the FBI. You were up under the table, sir. Eyes going every which way but loose, every which way but
Baby,
straight,
them
and you
eyes
up
was
under the table,
wild.
Hey, but
sir.
he should actually, all jokes aside, he should have been up from under that table, letting even the Secret Service know, hey guys, I'm taking control, because we are, as the FBI, going to have to investigate this scene and come up with a report and do all kinds of stuff. But he was just
He ain't finna do
He ain't
nothing.
watching enough movies. He's
He
supposed to
ain't.
pop up with his pistol,
He's
be
supposed to do.
ready to
He's supposed
dun
to
dun
have
dun
his
dun
thing
dun
out,
dun
and
dun dun dun.
supposed to be jumping over
hey,
tables. Have you
He
not
Listen.
supposed to
watched
flip the table
Born in
up,
a
make sure everybody's
Listen,
safe.
the
He ain't
guys
watched nothing.
the guys they hired in the lobby hadn't watched enough movie because I read
Oh,
yesterday that the guy that actually got hit by friendly
friendly fire.
fire.
Friendly fire.
Okay, so
Why they
y'all
can't
saw
find
that too.
bullets
I know
though?
I tried to tell somebody that yesterday, but they tried to argue me down. But I know what I read.
But
Now,
that's
do
what he's
understand
asking.
everything
Why
we
they can't
read.
find the bullet? Why they can't do
Oh,
that?
they don't know why they can't find a bullet, but the casing was still in the chamber. And so I was like, can that happen? The real said it can happen. But okay, still. Everything is just so the answer is just so convenient. Let me say this. The guy running in at the beginning, which what looks like a white sign, they later said looked like a pizza box. Now they have the video corrected. So guys, if you see the video and it doesn't have it, they fixed the AI that they put out there the first time. I just want to
listen.
point out.
Hey, next week I'm gonna have to send y'all a clip or something. A Barney Fife. Hey, that's probably how Cash Patel was under that. Have y'all ever seen Barney, Andy Griffith? Barney,
Yeah,
anytime Barney pull that pew pew out, his hand be shaking.
shaking,
Hey, that
shaking.
was Cash Patel.
That was Casper, and you would think that the director of the FBI would have, some type of bravado about himself to get up and just run over. I gotta say,
Oh, he was scared.
he was
Yeah, he
scared up at
was
that table.
terrified. He thought they were coming for him. He
He
thought
was.
that they no longer were going to fire him, but was going to eliminate him. He did.
You know, it's
Hey,
a great possibility. I do want to play this video really quick, and I want y'all to give me your thoughts on this video, okay? Miss Morningstar, I know we've played this already, but I just want I want our family to hear one more time.
And he also wrote this: I am no longer willing to permit a pedophile, rapist, and traitor to coat my hands with his crimes. What's your reaction to that?
Well, I was waiting for you to read that because I knew you would, because you're horrible people, horrible people. Yeah, he did write that. I'm not a rapist. I didn't rape anybody. I'm not a pedophile. You read that crap from some sick person, you shouldn't be reading that on 60 Minutes. You're a disgrace. But go ahead, let's finish the interview.
About all of this is,
I told you, hit dogs holler.
Did she say his name? That was
no, but I like the way she played
come
him
off
though.
mute, DJ. Say
I
it
like
again.
the way she played him though, DJ Kitty. She said, "Oh, you thought I meant you? You thought I was talking about you?"
That was
When
hilarious.
I first saw it, I screamed
Fell
when
out.
she said that.
That
I was like, that was the best response she could have given him. First
Yeah.
of all, this manifesto, it had a lot of things in it that didn't quite make sense. But of course, we were expecting that because it sounded like the same person wrote the Charlie Kirk's Unalive manifesto. It sounded like the same person did
Ash
that.
potato.
But I don't know who. But that hit dog. That was
Holler.
the bomb. I reposted it. And I think I did. I think that's what I put on it. A hit dog will holler. She never said it was him.
Never. She was just simply
Hollering.
reading it, and he just immediately went into defense mode because you're guilty. And that's why she said, "Oh, you thought he was talking about you possibly?" I was like, "Girl, you my kind of petty right there."
Yes, that's my kind of petty. My
But you know,
thing is, y'all, the way he stopped and looked at the camera. Did y'all catch that?
Yeah.
Do I need to play it again? Because he
was
stopped
he did.
and looked at the camera and looked like he was hot as fish grease.
He was
now you know what he was saying in his head. This B
You know,
word.
you know what he called her.
Oh yeah.
All
Right.
kinds.
But listen, why
Call it a C word.
every time he talks about this whole Epstein thing, he keeps saying, "I was exonerated."
Yeah.
Exonerated by who? And why haven't any of these journalists asked him who exonerated you and what were you exonerated on?
Right. He exonerated him.
What? Mm-hmm.
He exonerated him. He was not exonerated. He's guilty as all get out here. And sooner or later his time will come. That's how karma works. All right. That's how it works. So
She
it's
does
coming.
show up and she shows out. Let me read to you guys these upcoming elections really quick. Louisiana, May 16th. Georgia, May 19th. Idaho, May 16th. Illinois, May 17th. Indiana, May 5th. Michigan, May 5th. Nebraska, May 12th. Ohio, May 5th. Oregon, May 19th. Pennsylvania, May 19th. Tennessee, May 5th. And West Virginia, May 12th. Family, get out there and vote. Plain and simple. Anyway, back to the Tubi movie. Tubi movie starring Melangerie and Frumpy. How quickly can you get from up under the table is the title of this episode. How quickly can you get under the table? Starring Cash Patel.
That part. That part.
But you know, for people to be so tough, you see them in these Senate oversight hearings. Oh yeah, they smart, they tough, they got all kind of bravado about them. But then they heard a couple of pops. They on the tables. Hey, everybody's scared now.
Everybody.
Everybody was scared except the guy who was supposed to be scared. Oh, I wasn't worried about it. Why not, Bob?
Why? Because you knew?
And he's so
Right.
known he full of, he dementia, so he looking around. I said, "Where Papa think he at? He think he at a concert or something? He peeking out the blinds in the back. You know how older people get nosy when they start wanting to see what's going on outside the neighborhood. That was him.
Let me
Man,
say
I said,
this.
go ahead, DJ.
No, I just want to say this real quick. I honestly believe that today's actions were promoted from nobody believing or not enough people, because they had a poll out there at one point and they took it down. That, and I think 83% of the people that they polled said, and this is from the Fox end of the poll. All right, so they got their own little MAGA conservatives that they poll, but it was either 82 or 83% of the people that they polled said they thought it was fake.
Yes,
And
because
But
so, right, and the Lego people, Trump, those guys solved the crime in 45 minutes. 45 minutes after that, Lego had the thing out there already saying we could see it was fake.
you
but
know what?
So,
DJ, they got their information from Israel and Laura Loomer, because they said Laura Loomer posted the shooter's name before anybody else
Happened.
did.
Yeah.
But they said the
and
guy's name was searched in Israel
first of all,
12 hours before this even went down.
First
It's
of all,
all
his name is Lawrence Loomer. That is not a woman. That's a bad man. And to the transgenders, please forgive me, because I don't want to put that ugly thing on y'all.
we
All
just
right.
uh,
Okay, that's a
ugly.
dude. That I don't. I know it's a woman, but dang on it, that thing been looking like a
You talking
dude,
about Saul, the Saul
Yeah,
face?
soft.
honey. And but we'll call
Right, right.
everybody out of their name like he on point. All
Mm.
right. Somebody need to sue. First of all, he need to sue
Which
the surgeon that did that mess. All
just
right,
But
they did.
DJ,
That's where it
wasn't
needs to
she
start.
she and him, whatever, is caught out on the street. Somebody got
right? But DJ, wasn't he just talking about somebody else recently? We know what she said about Sheila Jackson Lee. Didn't she
Mhm.
have some words about somebody else recently?
She
playing.
did. Who
Planned
was it? Was it Jasmine?
Was it
Playing.
Candace
It was
Owens?
Planned
it was when
Candace.
Planned
That's what
Candace
it was.
Owens, she
Candace.
called her nappy head black.
Nappy head. Mm.
That's it. That's how I got banned indefinitely off of X. First they suspended me because I rode Marjorie Taylor Greene like she was a horse. I figured if she gonna look like one, I might as well ride her like one. And then so they suspended me. When I came back, there was Laura Loomer, and she talking junk about Sheila Jackson Lee, calling her all kind of black bees, and her being on her knees and what she had in her mouth. Boy, I rode him, because I refused to address her as a woman. I addressed her as a man, and I rode him as a horse. And they sent me a thing, told me I'm suspended indefinitely. That can never.
So
You
let,
can't
let
come
me
back.
ask
Well,
y'all. Let me ask y'all something real
I
quick.
tore her up.
Maybe it's just me. So you take what how reckless Lawrence Loomer is about the mouth. And we heard this, what was it? Was he a congressman, DJ, that was talking all that trash about black people? And
Oh, he's running for a seat. He's a candidate.
He ain't gonna make it.
I
No,
don't
he's
know if
not.
y'all heard this guy, but
Oh,
yeah.
he was raunchy, because every Keith, the clips that they played before they introduced, let us know he was his candidate, were clips that he had said about different things before he started running for this position.
Hmm.
And then he called himself running for the position and claimed that he's not racist, but they were able to go back and pull 6 7 different clips of all, just saying all kinds of stuff. If they name Bubba and this and that and the other, then they're like they're black in the hood. Let me. You know what? I'm on the wrong phone, because I actually clipped out today the rate of crimes and who commits the most. All
I
right.
can tell you that it ain't us.
I know it's not us, but I put it in my phone because I want to be able, when I run across them, to bring it out and show them. It's been you all along.
Yeah,
All
it's
Right.
right.
always been
But
you.
I
Yeah.
say that to say this, folks. Listen, if that's the type of stuff you want, don't let it get you in no trouble. Do not let it get you in. Hey, everybody's tough till they get smacked in the mouth.
that's it.
Everybody.
I
There
said
you
it all
go.
the time.
Everybody Huff until they get popped in the mouth.
And then they get real quiet then.
I'm gonna be real quiet. Anyway, you guys, I hate to even say this because it seems like we don't have enough time ever, but we are at the end of the show. As usual, thank you so much, DJ. Thank you so much, Real. We can't wait for you guys to come back next week. You know, I love doing this because we get a refresher of all the crazy that's going on. And you know, if you're anything like we are busy living our lives and trying to pay bills and trying to make things work and shake things up, and we don't have time to do a deep dive. So we appreciate you, DJ and Real, for bringing us the political news every Wednesday/Thursday. Thank you so much. Any last words, DJ? Last
Okay,
words,
so
family. Go.
last words, I'm gonna make it quick. Guys, it was brought to my attention by one of my friend doctors or doctor friends. She's a very prestigious doctor. She works in a hospital. She witnessed something that could have been a very tragic situation for a gentleman. And it was doctors not doing their job based on what the patient looked like. All right. So she advised me to advise the public as much as I possibly can. Guys, when your parents go to the doctor, somebody needs to go. Surgery needs to be done, somebody needs to be there. Your children go, somebody needs to go. I don't care if they're 20 some odd years old and they are of age, but right now they've got doctors out there that are willing to play the role of elimination when it comes to our lives. So I need you to be proactive for your loved ones. One. Two, she advised me to let everyone know a couple of drops of oil oregano under the tongue every other day or so can heal a body. It can fix a body. It'll take care of that inflammation. It'll take care of so many things in your
Oregano?
body. Oil
Oil
of
of
oregano.
Oil
oregano.
oregano.
Oil of oregano.
Okay. She said it'll take care of so many things in the body. She said she's told people that they used it and they come back with, with amazing stories. We've got to be proactive when it comes to our health. They do not want us to survive. And that Trump RX, don't don't do it. All right. I'm just going to keep it real.
Scam.
Don't.
Scam.
Don't. And that's all I got to say. That remember to love on one another, remember to take care of one another, and keep each other close. That's all.
Amen. Thank you, sis.
Mhm.
Real. What you got for the family?
Well, folks, we saw what the Supreme Court thought of us today. Not only that, I saw that the state of North Carolina says they are going back to scrub 34,000 deceased North Carolinians from the voter rolls. We know that there will be live people entangled in that, probably mostly live. So if they're going to do this in North Carolina, expect them to do this in all of these red states where there's a high population of blue voters. So check your registration at least once a week. I mean, y'all just heard DJ Kitty say, hey, there's a whole bunch of primaries coming up. Make sure you're eligible and able to vote in those primaries. We have to be the change we want to see. Stay on top of your stuff. That's all I got.
Absolutely. Bluevoterguide.org. Bluevoterguide.org. Last time. Bluevoterguide.org. Thank you, sis. Thank you, brother. We will see you again next week. Miss Morningstar, can you please take us home?
I will take us home. What a wonderful show, y'all. Great information, always educational, always some tea, some political tea that we can take along with us and be more knowledgeable. Y'all keep up the good work, DeeJay and DJ. We love y'all. And Memphis, Tennessee, and Holly Springs, Mississippi. Y'all come on out back home. Come on back tomorrow, okay? Because tomorrow is Friday. And you know how Friday is. We have fun. It's going to be some gossip and giggles. I even got something that I want to gossip and giggle about.
Me too, girl.
We'll talk about it tomorrow. You know, it's been a lot of little drama happening in the
Little
world.
things going on.
You know, beige folks. And
Beige folks.
But
you know.
anyway, anywho, we will talk about it tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Y'all, till then, have a great day. Be safe. Thank you, TikTok, for all the likes and shares and taps. Thank you, Instagram, Facebook, and YT, YouTube. We love y'all. Have a good day. As we wrap up today's show, we want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in, tapping in, and staying connected to your community.
Remember, this platform exists to uplift Black-owned businesses, nonprofits, creatives, and community leaders who are doing the work that moves us forward.
Make sure you support today's guests. Share the show. Stay plugged into our plugs, because when we support each other, we all rise.
Until next time, keep believing, keep building, and keep shining. You've got this.
You've been listening to Our Plugs, the community connection where communities meet opportunity. We'll see you next time.